We are aware that there are two methods of interview selection. The interview selection, one is the physical, in-person, where you have to travel down to the various screening centers, and the second method is online, virtual interview. And luckily for us, we have a scholar here whose interview was carried out virtually, and she got the scholarship. She is currently at the Heriot-Watt University, Edinburgh, UK. She's studying global change and environment. Yes, global change and environmental policy, with or without the policy. But she's here. Timothy Precious Bavosia. Scholar Timothy Precious. Precious, if you could kindly unmute your mic and camera and speak to
Hello.
prospective. Yeah, tell them how the virtual thing goes. Tell them how it happens.
Okay. Thank you very much. I hope everybody can hear me.
Yeah.
Okay. So good evening once again, and congratulations to all of you. I wish you success. So I chose online interview because I didn't actually see where I wanted to do the interview. It was after choosing I realized, oh, there was Kaduna, so that was that. But for the online interview, they kind of will send you a time, and they will send you the date and the time you're supposed to do the interview. So what they tell you to do is to enter 30 minutes before. They'll send a link to you, a Teams link. So you connect 30 minutes before the interview time they gave you. For example, they gave me 9 a.m. I've already connected around like 8:30 before the time. So from that 8:30, I was connected, and I was not even included into the meeting room till it was around 12 o'clock in the afternoon. That was when they connected me. And so we started the whole interview. But before then, I was ready with all my credentials. I was just keeping it and waiting for them to start. And also, for those of you doing your interview online, please make sure your system or your phone is charged. Make sure you have power bank, because the time they might give you may not be the time you start your interview. So you have to just be patiently waiting till they invite you to the room. So make sure you have power banks, and also make sure you find a place that has steady network. Internet connection is very, very, very important, because once it goes off, I don't think there's a do-over for that. So by the time we started our interview, there were about 3 panels of judges, and since my undergraduate background was geology, so the 3 of them were from geological field. They were professors, and it was tough. We were during the interview, it took us like 25 minutes or so, because we were going back and forth for the interview. So the first thing they did was they asked me to introduce myself. That's what they asked me. So already they have all my credentials with them already. Just wanted to know if what they have and what I have is the same. So they will ask me, they will say, show us your primary school certificates. I raised it up, show it, I brought it direct. That's how we do it on until we verified the entire credentials. And so they now said, okay, that I should briefly explain or discuss my statement of purpose. They wanted to still know, they wanted to verify if what I wrote is the same thing with what I'm saying to them. And also, I noticed they were just looking at me, and I was trying hard to stay calm at that point. And I was looking at them like face to face, because prior to the interview, there's one Telegram group that kind of prepared us, just like the way we are doing right now. So they told us the best thing to do is to make sure you show them you are calm, you show them you are confident, and you maintain eye contact. Because not only are they just interested in your academics, they're also interested in other aspects as well, your intellectual and stuff. So after I discussed my SOP, they then asked me that, okay, so what did I want to study? I told them the course, and they asked me, how is the course relevant to oil and gas industry in Niger Delta? So after explaining those, they also asked me, which was, I don't think maybe I've not heard anybody said so. They were asking me if it was full or partial. So just in case they ask you, make sure you're telling them it's full, because they also give partial scholarship as well. So I told them full scholarship, and they asked me the country and why did I choose that country? Why do I think that particular country will give me what I want? And I also gave them the answer. And then we just went back and forth on concerning professional membership. They were very, very interested in that aspect as well. They were just like, what professional body do you belong to? And are you active like that? So after that question, I think that's pretty much everything we discussed. So I think that sums it up. And the same thing as the previous speakers have said, just know what you are doing and everything will be fine by God's grace. Thank you very much for that. I hope that answers the questions.
Yeah, thank you so much, Scholar Precious, for telling us how the online or virtual interview is being carried out and your experience. I'm sure those who were itching to find out how the virtual interview is done paid keen attention and have taken down notes and are better prepared for what is to come. So